Want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody is safe, ate well, and taking care of their family. All right, tell you the story when I met Lil Pop. I was going to Anacostia. Lil Pop was going to Anacostia as well. He was around this time. He was about in the ninth grade. This is springtime of '87. I was in the 12th. He was in the ninth grade. Okay, in Southeast Washington, actually Washington is shaped like a diamond, right? It's supposed to be 33 square miles. Okay, Virginia took part of their land back. That's why DC looked the way it looked. Okay, it's supposed to be split up in four quadrants, right? Yeah, Northeast, Southeast, Southwest, Northwest. Okay, I was born and raised in Southeast. Okay, we in Southeast, there's only two high schools for the whole Southeast. Either you went to Blue or you went to Anacostia. Them the only two high schools in Southeast. So half of Southeast went to Blue and the other half went to Anacostia, right? And then though where I lived at, we was just like in between Blue and Anacostia. We had a choice to either go to Blue or Anacostia. Okay, I chose to go to Anacostia, so I walked to school. But anyway, so we're talking about half of Southeast went to Blue, half of Southeast went to Anacostia. So you talking about all these different neighborhoods coming together and under one roof at one high school, split between the two high schools. But we're talking about Anacostia, so we're talking about a lot of a lot of neighborhoods got together, and that's when hustling was starting to come up. The crack era, and just before there was some killing going on, but it wasn't a lot of killing. Okay, now how I met Pop is that coming from Anacostia, you had 16th Street, right? Because Anacostia is on 16th and R Street. So out front of Anacostia, everybody used to hang out. All the kids used to hang out. Some would get bus home. We didn't have yellow school buses. We had regular metro buses. Used to bus some of the people home. Like I know Woodland had a school bus, and some other neighborhoods that had buses waiting outside for them, and I think it was free for the kids in the neighborhood, for that particular neighborhood. They should get on a bus and go to Woodland or whatever. But anyway, so out front, if you didn't walk, and usually a lot of people, most of the kids, sat outside and they walk from 16th Street in front of Anacostia to Goodhoe Road, and they go their separate ways to the neighborhoods and stuff. But that's when everything was happening. That's when all the hustlers used to be outside. You sit across the street from the school, up the street, across the street from the school, in front of their cars and stuff. People have Honda XL dirt bikes going up and down 16th Street, popping wheelies and stuff. And, some of the kids, some of them went to school there, some of them didn't. But Lil Pop, every Friday, he would have a group of dudes, right? As you walking up 16th Street, and he would be in the street with his friends, and he'd be the one talking the most trash to anybody, right? And you look at him, he gonna start talking trash, and what he doing, he looking to point people out so they could jump them, right? Him and his little crew. And most of these kids was in junior high school, and he was in the ninth grade, so most of them he knew when he went to Kramer. Kramer's right around the corner from Anacostia. So what I knew this was coming every Friday, that Lil Pop and this little crew would come around, and they would find people to jump. They would find people to get in a fight with or whatever. And I think he would look for the weak or the vulnerable or the one. If he catch you looking at him, he'll start, what you looking at? Or he'll call you out your name and say little stuff so you could get back, trying to agitate stuff, right? Instigate fights or whatever. So one day, this is springtime. So this been going on all year. He'd been doing this all year. This is what they used to do faithfully every Friday. They would do that. So one time, this is around the springtime because we were about to get out of high school. I'm about to graduate high school. And so when I came outside, I used to hang with my little crew, from Berry Farm, and, we used to all hang together. But this particular time, a lot of my friends, they either hooked school, they didn't come to school, it was like on a Friday, and they did their own thing. So my cousin found me. I had a cousin that went to Kramer. So my cousin found me, and he was saying, man, Lil Pop, man, they trying to jump me, man. I said, who? So like I'm about 17 at the time. So you got to think Lil Pop about 14, 15 at the time. Maybe about 15 at the time. So to me, although I'm 17, he's my little cousin age, so they're young. You know what I'm saying? These some young teenage boys. That's like, I'm too old to be fighting them, you know. But I told my cousin he had a bunch of friends with him. He had about 3 or 4 friends. Then Lil Pop and them, they had about 8 dudes with them, maybe 8 or 9 dudes with them, right? And he was the ring leader. They listened to what he had to say, and they followed everything he did, you know. But so I looked at because I knew I was graduating, so I couldn't really take up for my cousin like I want to, because once I'm gone, who you gonna have, you know? So I said, man, you gotta start, you know, you gotta handle your business yourself. I'm gonna make sure ain't nothing happen to you, but you gotta start, because next year I'm not gonna be here, so you have to be the one to just like fight your own battles. I can't fight your battle. So I looked at his friends. I said, all y'all with my cousin? They were like, yeah. I said, okay, all y'all gonna fight today, you know, because I already know that, okay, yeah, they're gonna try to jump my cousin. They're gonna try to get at them or whatever, but at least they would stick together. At least they would band together and, you know, put their backs against each other, and they go at it. That's how they're gonna get their respect. You know, that's how people they're gonna respect you because of your hands, right? This before, like I said, this before shootings really got going in DC. So as we walking up to 16th Street, they waiting on us. I see them in the street like they normally do. Soon when we hit our street, all my cousin friends left. They took their right on our street and they left. They left me and my cousin there, right? So I said, nah, we're gonna do what we normally do. So we walked towards Good Hope Road. They walking, talking trash. I just told my cousin, don't worry about them. Keep going, keep walking. Yeah, fat boy. Because my cousin was, I'm going to say he about 5'7", 5'8". He was around my size. I'm 5'10", but at the time I was like maybe an inch or 2 taller than him, but he was a fat boy, you know what I'm saying? And he had thick hands. So when we walking up 16th Street towards Good Hope Road, it's a 7-Eleven. It's a place called the Warehouse. That's like a Safeway or something, a Korean warehouse. The Korean people, Chinese people own that. It's like a Safeway. It used to be a Safeway, then they turned to called the Warehouse. That's where they had the food or whatever. But we went to the 7-Eleven, so as we walking, getting our little candy, buying our treats or whatever, we see Pop and his friends across the street by the warehouse. They digging in trash can for bottles and sticks and all this other stuff. I said, oh my goodness. I said, okay. Now remind you, Pop is little curly haired dude, little red dude, right? So we walk across the street. So they start following. What's up, fat boy? What's up, this and that? So I said, okay. So they basically, it was a crowd of people there following because they knew what was going to go down. So I said, okay, this is time. We got to stop. So me and my cousin, we stopped. So Pop was saying little stuff to my cousin. And I was like, man, what's up, y'all? I said, you need all these people to fight one dude? So I just like put them on the spot like that. What? He said, nigga, I don't need them to fight him. Nigga, I don't need, who are you? I said, no. I said, I'm just somebody standing there. I ain't tell him that I was his cousin, nothing like that. But I made sure ain't nobody, you know, trying to go at my cousin. Like, you know, jump him or whatever. So Lil Pop, yeah, I gotta give it to him. Dude, he has a lot of heart, or he used to have a lot of heart. You know, he dead now, but he had a lot of heart to be that young. And like I say, in DC, a lot of dudes that had names, they used to vouch for other people. And I didn't know at the time the Wayne Perry connection and all that other stuff. I just knew that for him to be that little, with all that mouth, somebody had to vouch for him. Somebody big time, some hustler, whatever, somebody had to vouch for him. Because it wasn't like, that's what I was saying. I just looked at him like a little youngin that It's no need for me to fight this little youngin. You know, I go get somebody his size or his same, we call it speed. Go get somebody his speed to get at him. I don't need to fight him or whatever. He too little for me, right? So anyway, so Michael, like I said, my cousin, I don't know, he kind of chubby like, and you know, but anyway, so when Pop said, when I say that to Pop said, I don't need nobody to fight him. So Pop trying to get at him, but he can't get him because he's too little. So my cousin put his hands up, and he was scared. He was scared to hit Pop. So when he was swinging, he had his hands open. He was smacking him, you know, and Pop was getting at him too, but he was smacking Pop because he had to reach, and he was a big dude. So when Pop couldn't get at him like he wanted to, that's when he started sending other dudes, man, get him, man, jump him, y'all jump him. So they started trying to jump and stuff. Then I would get niggas off my cousin or whatever and everything. Now this last, if you know anything about DC, we started at Good Hope Road all the way to the Frederick Douglass home. That's when it ended. And they kept jumping my cousin, they kept getting at my cousin, and I kept pushing them off and all this stuff. Like I said, we was outnumbered, and it would be foolish for me to sit there and let them know that I was with them or whatever. But I was the one that was letting getting niggas off my cousin or whatever, and I was basically vouching for my cousin. But at the time, they kept asking, "Oh, you win?" I said, "No, I ain't win. I'm just standing here, whatever," because I didn't want them niggas to try to come at me, jump me. That they're gonna be a different thing. But I always had to think too, we need a escape route. And as we going up, I forgot that street, but as we going up by the firehouse, that's the way we was going. We usually go home. So I said, okay, as long as we get closer to home, I could get somebody from around the way that's close to around the way. We ain't have cell phones or nothing like that, but I could get some dudes because I lived on Morris Road, so we could get some dudes from around our way to come back down by Good Hope Road and catch them by the Frederick Douglass home and catch them and do what we got to do with them. Like I said, these were some young dudes. They was my little cousin age. You know, I was older than all of them, but they was some little young dudes. Now, they had a couple of dudes that was with Pop that got out on my cousin, but I made my cousin fight every last one of them. And I told my cousin, because he was getting tired, and I said, dude, I know you tired, but look here, you're going to have to fight these dudes because they're going to give you respect after you fight them. They're giving you a one-on-one. Yes, you tired. They tired. I'm getting tired myself because at this time, we was halfway home. We were close to the Frederick Douglass home. We by the firehouse. And they have like a little park right down front of the firehouse. It's like you had the street, and in between the street is a park that's like in between the street. So it's like little concrete, little benches and stuff. And so when they was fighting right there, I said, okay, come on. So I'm walking home, he ain't fighting no more, whatever. So they kept on, nah, we got one more. He want to fight and all this stuff. I said, okay, look, either you want to have to fight them or they're going to try to jump you. You know what I'm saying? And I got tired of them trying to jump my cousin. So I'm getting pissed off, and there was a dude named Irk that was with them. I knew Irk, and my cousin older brother named Anthony knew her too. They was friends, but he didn't know. I don't think he knew that was Anthony's brother. And if he did knew, I don't think he cared because he was kissing Pop ass. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be all with Pop because he's a red dude, curly hair. You know, he got a lot of hot girls liked him and all that stuff. You know how niggas want to be with the pretty boy that's getting the girls or whatever. So I told her, I said, look here, man. And I noticed he was around them all the time, basically vouching for them, putting his arms around them. Yeah, this my man and all that stuff. I said, dude, and I put him to the side. I said, Slim, they keep jumping my cousin. Oh, that's your cousin. I said, man, you got to tell these little niggas to get away from my cousin because if they don't, Slim, I'm going to get in it. No, one more man. I said, fuck that. I said, nah, my cousin always fought all these dudes maybe twice all around. He's tired. He need to go home. So as I'm talking, they trying to jump my cousin. So I went over there because they knew what was going to happen. So when I ran over there to try to get them off my cousin because he was on the fence. So I pushed the dudes off my cousin. They ran, they scattered like roaches. You know what I mean? Then this one dude came up. I guess he wanted to get in on the action. And he was my size. And he stole my cousin. That's when I flicked. And when I say I flicked, I don't know how this happened, but I picked this bam up. I grabbed him, because when he hit my cousin went down. He was already on the fence, but when he was already covering up. And when he was trying to get away, because he wasn't used to this other dude coming at him. So this dude came out of nowhere trying to be with the crew, trying to be with them youngest, right? Be with Pop and them. So he hit my cousin named Andrew. He hit Andrew. That's when I flicked. I said, oh, I had enough. I didn't care. At this time, I think I blacked out. I didn't care what happened to us at this time. I just knew if I'm going down, I'm taking somebody down with me. This dude hit my cousin. I found out what his name was. I don't want to say his name, whatever. But he hit my cousin. I grabbed his ass by his collar, and this is what they told me. And I just took him, because I was little, I was like 165 in high school. But I always lift weights with my brother, my older brother, and I always did 80 push-ups straight. 80 push-ups straight, maybe 50 sit-ups straight. Every morning before I went to school and every night. And I used to throw weights with my fists, throw weights with my hands and everything. That way my punches could be straight. And I kept my knuckles ashy. Because that's what we used to do back in the day. Because we know in case we get in a fight, rough skin, cut a nigga, whatever. But anyway, this dude, I grabbed the Bama and I slammed him on the car. I was in a clutch, gave him about an 80 piece. And then at this time, they ain't know what to do. Because they were stuck. Because they said, oh man, now they gotta fight somebody else. Now I'm coming in, I'm the fresh dude. I'm going after everybody that was with them. Because they had a little dude named Man. I think his name was Man or whatever. He was short and cocky. And I heard them whispering to each other before all this happened. I think he with him. I think he with him. So I'm looking at them. I'm gritting on them, like, let them know. Because, back in the day, you turn your head, nigga looking at you, they gritting on you, whatever. You turn your head, they already know they got you because you don't have no heart. So I'm looking at these niggas too. They look away from me. So they looked away. And after that, that's when I told Irk, I'm tired of this, whatever. So when dude hit my cousin, I shoot shine his ass real quick. And I went around to all of them. Who, you with him? You with him? They running and everything. I told my cousin to run. Because I knew I was faster than him. And, like I say, he was a fat boy. I said, man, go home. So he was tired anyway. He was trying to go home. Then the dude I hit, I said, come here. I'm going to fuck you up on all this other stuff. So the Bama ran to Pitt's place. So because when you go past Freddie Douglass' home, you got a neighborhood called Pitt's place. Cedar Gardens, Pitt's place, but he went towards Cedar Gardens. And you go through the alley of Cedar Gardens, then you hit Morris Road, then you come down Morris Road, that's where we lived at. So we was like, so when he ran towards Cedar Gardens, man, I was like, man, that's where I got to go anyway. So I'm acting like I'm chasing him. My cousin went to the alley. I'm like I'm chasing him. So Lil Pop and them, they ain't know what to do. So they looking around, because they, I'm older, like I said, I'm older than them. I look a little older than them, taller than them. So they ain't know what to do because I'm an older dude. So when I hit the dude, and this dude that hit my cousin, he was about my size. So I was like, I had enough. I don't mind my cousin fighting somebody his age, which I'm not going to fight no young dude, but somebody my age or my size get into it, then I got to get into it. So when the dude ran towards Pitt's place, Cedar Gardens, I ran after him. I chased him. And when I caught up with him, boom, I hit the Bama, and then popping them, they was running after me with sticks and bottles and stuff. So when I got up to the top of the alleyway, my cousin was already home, down the street. He made it to Morris Road. I was at the top of the alleyway teasing them nigga. I was like, come on. I said, keep on coming. Because I'm different. Now you dealing with me. And I know I got a little crew around Morris Road, whatever. I said, come on. I would tell them, come on, but they never came up there because usually they do their little dirt, jump people, whatever, and they go back down to the school or they go about their way after they jump somebody. But this particular time, they follow us from Anacostia to Go Road We started fighting at Good Hope Road. My cousin started fighting them at Good Hope Road all the way up to the firehouse and by the Frederick Douglass home, the real Frederick Douglass home. And we stopped there, and that's when I got into it, and I put an end to it because Frederick Douglass home, W Street, come down by Frederick Douglass home. And then you had 16th and W Street. And most of them dudes lived around 16th Street, Butler Gardens, Pitt's Place, Cedar Gardens. And I think the dude that hit my cousin, he lived in Cedar Gardens. That's like he was running home because I was chasing him. I said, oh, cool, we going the same way. I got to go home. So like I said, when I got to the top of the alleyway, they was at the bottom of the alley where Cedar Gardens began, between Cedar Gardens and Frederick Douglass home. So they stopped. And that's when I went and I saw a dude, Kenny Marshall, and he made a newspaper. It's sad what he did, but it was Kenny Marshall outside. It was some other dudes outside, and 40, Leroy Johnson, I think Boo. So we about to go back down there, but by the time they left, everything would disperse. But after this, now, I told you I used to hang at Berry Farm, so I go to Berry Farm to see my man Dak. And I seen Lil Pop up there. And with Junkyard, they used to practice, they call it the Sky House. They used to practice like a blue house up in Berry Farm, the Sky House. That's where Junkyard used to practice at. And I seen Lil Pop on the fence. And my man lived in that court, the same court where Junkyard practiced at, right? And I was telling my man about what happened. And I said, that's the little nigga right there. So my man was like, what's up? What you want? I said, nah. I said, that's a little youngin', man. My cousin already fought all these dudes. My aunt got into it, went down to the school, talked to the principal about what happened, what they be doing or whatever, squashed the beef. Little youngin' was, this when I found out that the dude that hit my cousin, when I jumped into it, I thought he was my age. But come to find out, he just was a tall youngin'. And he was asking the principal, well, what happened to the dude that hit me? And the principal said, wasn't y'all jumping his cousin? Wasn't y'all jumping? Why I'm looking for the guy that hit you, and y'all the one was jumping Andrew? And it was like, he didn't make sense, but he was trying to get me in trouble. So basically, I was like, I just squashed it, whatever. I seen Pop, he saw me, we saw each other. I squashed it, he squashed it. Then that's when that was the beginning of him playing with Junkyard. But like I said, this was before the shooting, this before he started making a name for himself with the gun. He had a lot of heart, he had a lot of mouth, and he wasn't scared to do anything. That was my experience with him. And after that, when I went to the service that summer, I graduated, went to the service. I came home, I started hearing about him killing people and doing his thing in the streets or whatever. But that's my encounter with Lil Pop. I got friends that I know that got more stories because, like I say, he did live around Berry Farm. He did start playing with Junkyard. He started coming around there, wreaking havoc around there as well. A Woodland, of just different places in Southeast that I know of, that he was wreaking havoc. They go to Crystal Skates. Crystal Skate is a skating ring right outside D.C. on right off Branch Avenue. Matter of fact, on Branch Avenue, you got to drive up into this like little shopping center type place with Crystal Skate. That's where everybody used to go skating on Saturdays and stuff. I never was a skater, but they used to have go-go's up there, and people used to go up there and skate. People from all over the D.C. area used to go to Crystal Skate and do their skating on the weekends and sometimes throughout the weekdays and stuff. I just never liked skating. My cousin used to go up there too, but a lot of things happened up there where people got killed and all that stuff at go-go's and all types of stuff. So, but that's my story that I had, my encounter that I had with Lil Pop. Mainly it's my cousin encounter, but I made my cousin fight all his little dudes that was in his crew. I'm not gonna say my cousin won every fight, but after that, they respected my cousin, and they wanted my cousin to hang with them. And I told my cousin, if I ever see you with Lil Pop or whatever, I'm going to kick your ass. Because it's no, if you cool with somebody, you cool with them. You don't got to jump them and fight them and all that stuff. Then you become a flunky, just like the dudes that was around him. I consider them flunkies because they did whatever Pop said, and I ain't want my cousin to be another flunky. Cause I don't like the fact that people getting jumped, get stomped out and all that other stuff. That just never was me. Either you gonna win in a one-on-one or you gonna lose in a one-on-one. All that jumping and all that stuff. And of course, you know, everybody used to get jumped back in the day. But that's my story about Lil Pop. I'm gonna have my man tell some other stories about Lil Pop. I mean, some vicious stories. But that's all I got to say. Hit me up. Leave a comment. Subscribe.